All right, so despite this game maybe not being for another couple days, I wanted to do a little quick prediction slash preview to this game. Obviously, talking about the Browns Jets game we've talked about last week. Last week is done and over with. We are now moving on to the New York Jets. There was some breaking news today. Unfortunate news for the Jets. Sam Darnold is going to be out for this game and for a while. He has mono. He's going to be in quarantine. Obviously, you don't want anybody else um, coming up with this. The last thing you want is more people to be out. The Jets, let me read you this. So, CJ Mosley, guy they brought in this offseason, has a groin issue. Le'Veon Bell had an MRI on his shoulder that has come back clean, looks good. However, that's still going to be lingering a little bit, or at least I expect it to. Anua is out for the year. Quinnen Williams has a bad ankle, and obviously Sam Darnold is out. So Cleveland Browns and the Jets, very similar, maybe more similar than you would think. First-year head coaches, second-year quarterbacks, coming off of heartbreaking losses. Next game is tough games. The Browns play the Rams. The Jets play the Patriots. So this is going to be both teams needed win desperately. People are going to say, well, it's the second game. It's not a must win. For both of these teams, it very much is from a confidence standpoint. Odell Beckham Jr. is coming back to New York. We're not playing the Giants. However, the Giants and the Jets share this stadium. For him, this is a coming back situation. Emotionally, he seems like he's coming back with a purpose. He did call out Greg Williams, saying he did target for OBJ, essentially telling players to go hurt him, which, did I hate Greg Williams last year? No. But if we were honest, come on. With his history, would you be surprised? No. So I'm not going to say yes or no. However, I'm going to say I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. And it's okay for OBJ to feel like that, being the fact of the history. So as far as game plan goes, like I said, both of these teams have similar situations here. The Browns is more of a better case than the Jets. The Jets are what seems to be like in a hopeless situation right now. And for them, it's unfortunate. I hate to say it's a good thing for the Browns, but it is. You have a team who is emotionally maybe not confident, being the fact that they're losing who should be and very much is their leader and their starting quarterback, Sam Darnold. And there's a lot of injuries with a lot of the superstars on this team, or stars. So there's a lot of questions. Now, the Browns should come into this game ready to go, hungry, ready to come in and lay a whooping on them. Obviously, there's been a lot of talk about the Browns season being over. Baker said everybody's going to throw us in the trash. We're fine with that. I think we knew either way the score last week, it was going to be an overreaction, win or lose. Okay, if we won, people are going to act like we're the greatest team of all time. Loss, we know. And the fact that we lost big as far as the final score doesn't help. So if we fix the issues, which it may be wishful thinking, but I believe we have gotten some of the issues cleaned up, as far as maybe like the personal issues, the punching, the kicking. Hopefully those things are under control. Hopefully all are under control, but especially those self issues. If we don't punch ourselves and shoot ourselves, I don't know why I said punch ourselves. If we don't shoot ourselves in the foot, we should very much win this game. The Jets last week, they had some line issues. Their protection was not fantastic. Neither was ours, even though we were on our third string left tackle. who probably didn't even play left tackle. Um, so yeah, both teams didn't do great protection wise. Okay, and Trevor Siemian, even though he is a veteran, um, being the fact that this is going to be his first start for a while, I believe, since he was a starter for the Broncos. Um, this is going to be a tough situation for him because he's not going to have a bunch of time. Um, Now he does have Le'Veon Bell. He's got a couple threats. They traded for Demaryius Thomas, but he's kind of being thrown into the fire for a team who has a lot of problems. And I think defensively, our team is good enough that we can strategize and be ready for this team. I think even if Sam Darnold played, I think our defense is good enough to be able to rush hard, get to the quarterback with their line issues. One thing we've seen all preseason, and yes, I know it's preseason, was that defense was very good, and particularly the defensive line, getting to the quarterback, rushing. Last week, the defense stopped Derrick Henry as far as running the ball a lot. That's one positive. Now, Le'Veon Bell can do more than just run. He can also catch the ball. And I know Derrick Henry did have a couple catches. I think the Jets, knowing the issues they have, are going to try to use Le'Veon Bell a lot out of the backfield passing wise. I think you're going to see a lot of screens. I think you're going to see a lot of quick outs. They're going to have to get the ball out quick if the Browns pass rush looks as good as it had in the preseason. Last week, it wasn't nearly as good as it should have been. There was a lot of issues, but regardless. So offensively, one thing we need to do, Colin Cowherd picked us to win this game big. And when a guy who doesn't like the Browns as much as him picks us to win big, I expect us to win big. And I don't think that's an understatement. I think this is a bounce back game. For me, it is a must win. I know it's the second week of the season, but being the fact that we have the Rams next Sunday night, being the fact that we lost the way we did with the hype and everything, this is a time to where we can do things right, look good, get back on track. And it's the same for the Jets. Despite the situation they're in, they also have a tough schedule. They need to bounce back and get back some hope back into this team. But offensively, we need to run the ball a lot more. I think we need to passing the ball. We need to have a lot of quick passes. We can't have Baker sitting back waiting for receivers to break open. Roughly last week he had like 3 to 4 seconds, mostly 3, before he at least had to move around, try to break outside of the pocket. Now, that's not saying he was perfect last week, but I'm saying in order to have success, now, obviously, we didn't have Robinson, but the best chance of being successful is quick passes. This line it has looked decent in the preseason, in that first drive in the first game, but I don't think anybody's very confident in it. And I think the best way to work with that is play call for that. Get the ball out quick, and utilize your weapons. So, because Greg Williams runs a blitz-heavy defense, we all know that. Baker's going to have, I'm not saying he's going to have no time, but he's going to have that 3-4 seconds before it needs to get out. We can't have him being hit. And Greg Williams knows this team. He knows Baker's tendencies. Play call for it. Be ready. Be prepared. Be disciplined. We should blow out the Jets. We should get back on track. We should look great in a primetime matchup. Okay. But we also expected a lot of success last week. So it's going to all come down to coaching. Are we prepared? Does Freddie Kitchens have control of that team? Can we get it done? So, unfortunate situation for the Jets, for the Browns. Should give them a little bit of a boost. Hopefully, we come in and dominate. Even though if we do, people are going to say, well, it's the Jets. I got it. I'm already ready for that. I'm just saying, for our confidence, we have to win big. We have to do things right. We can't shoot ourselves in the foot. You know, Jarvis Landry had a quote last week. He said, lead when it's hard, lead when it's tough. And that's true. We're coming off of a tough situation. Now's the time to step up, lead, get that confidence in, get things back on track. You couldn't ask for an easier game other than maybe Miami. But, you know, we're in a good situation right now. Even though it's on the road, we got to get it done. So, yeah, I think the Browns are going to win, and I hope we win big. So, with that being said, like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, share the video. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.